Hi, my name is Leonhard Bartusek. This is the second episode of Composing is Easy. Last time we were talking about the meditative space. So what I think is that you should try to get like a very clear space in order to compose. That means you need to be at ease, being calm, being still, having a fresh spirit and fresh open ear, so to say. I was a little bit talking about the fact that I meditate in the morning in order to achieve that. I have to do that regularly to get into that space. And of course, the whole purpose of getting at ease and being clear and meditating is trying to, so to say, cleaning up the mess that accumulates in my soul. So I'm a flawed human being like everybody else, and we live in that world that is also not perfect, which has an effect on us, is also harming us, that creates some turmoil again and again. And I try to like get to a place where I'm clear and where I'm at peace. So if I want to compose music that comes from a place of peace and beauty, I have to have that peace within myself first, obviously. So I was meditating this morning, and at some point something was like coming to the surface where I realized that I'm not at peace with the country that I've been living in somehow. So I've been living in Germany for quite a long time. I moved here as a young musician from Austria, studying in Cologne because I wanted to study with a particular teacher. But the choice of like moving to Germany was like never particularly a very conscious decision to move to Germany, as Germany is a country. But somehow I ended up living here, and this country provided me with a lot of opportunities. I had the pleasure to study music. You know, there's a very vivid environment of a lot of people come into the fields of the arts from all over the world. Like the country provides the space for the arts. There's also art funding. So with my independent projects, I do get fundings from various foundations, etc. So it's a very good environment for an artist to live in, like in general. Of course, with the COVID crisis, this hit our field very, very heavily as well. Like since then, there are a lot of artists who struggle to survive. It left like a big mark on the scene, and that is something that I'm not at ease with, because I'm personally affected, but also like politically, you know, like all the how the COVID crisis was managed, how we managed the war, the incredible government spendings on war, inflation, all these things come back to very specific political decisions that I personally don't agree at all with. But you know, that's the way it is. Like these, the government is elected by the people, and every country basically deserves the government it has. I know that there are a lot of German people who are not happy with what the government in general is doing, but it is an elected body, so it goes together. And I realized when I was meditating that I'm really not at peace with the current politics and also with the state of the country as such. So I had been trying to forgive, learn. I think I have to learn to forgive. I have to forgive the politicians and the people as a whole, like the German people. So I was meditating about that okay, I really have to get at peace with this situation. And then I got like a layer deeper, and I realized, okay, maybe the other way around is true as well. Maybe I have to ask for forgiveness to the German people as well, because, you know, there's this famous saying by John F. Kennedy, more or less. He said at some point, he said something: don't ask your country what it can give you, but ask yourself what can you give to your country. And I realized that I really never honestly asked myself, what can I give to the German people, to Germany? How, you know, I received this education, etc., and all this support. What do I really can give back? So I think there really is something missing, not just from me, but from the entire field of the arts. But I decided, okay, I'm take this feeling, like the how I try to forgive Germany and the German people, and how I ask for forgiveness, and I try to connect it with a pledge for the future, that all the things that I did get from this country, my education, everything that I learned, I want to give back. I want to give beautiful music to Germany and to the world. And I want to try to connect this with a pledge to do so in the future. Whatever I can give with my full heart, with my craft, which is music, trying to connect and to give beautiful music in order that people are moved and uplifted. And so this is a pledge for the future. I started with this idea to get into this new fragment of music. And I can feel that this is a start, but I'm not quite there yet. Like, it's a process. First of all, I think forgiveness is a decision. I decide to forgive myself. I decide to forgive the government and the German people, and I decide to ask for forgiveness. And then emotionally, maybe by time, it's getting more it's growing more into my heart, and it's getting more profound, hopefully. So this is just the beginning. I can feel that, you know, my medium is music, and I'm communicating through music. And this is just the beginning. It's a fragment, but this is not the most profound music that I wrote, so to say. But it's yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a beginning. So the very first impulse was this motive. It's the motive of forgiveness. very end, you might realize there was a quote from the Rosenkavalier of Richard Strauss, which I saw as a teenager. Actually, the very first time I was in the Vienna State Opera, I saw this very opera, and already in the overture there are these hidden descending triads, which are kind of only very loosely connected with the functional harmony. So that is something that really stuck in my mind, and somehow found its way back. So that is my contribution for today. I tried to be as honest and as open as possible, and show you the entire process, which is sometimes easier, sometimes it's more confronting, but it's all part of the process to grow. Okay, so I encourage you to do your own work, your own inner work and your own musical work. Enjoy.